Some of the masajid in Luton follow the 18-degree rule in regards of sahur and iftar timing. That means we open our fast very late and close the fast very, very early, giving us a very short time for iftar, maghrib, isha, sahur, and fajr. It's confusing.
Right. The degrees, and I'm talking about, he knows the degrees, 18 up to 12. Some of you from 12 to 18. You see, look at how much is the difference between 18 and 12. In terms of sunset, alhamdulillah, we do have almost universal sunset. But we do have a bid'ah, which has been done by so many masajid, is that you find them when it kicks into Ramadan, suddenly, let's say the Maghrib now, let's sunset. Sunset at the moment is supposed to be going forward. So for example, the Maghrib at the moment, let's say, for example, 8 o'clock, let's say, 8 o'clock. So tomorrow it has to be 8:01 or 8:02. Okay, 8:05 after 2 days, and so on and so forth. So just before Ramadan, let's say it is 8:30. So the first day, the following day, the first day of Ramadan is supposed to be 8:32, but it comes 8:25. Sorry, 8:37. They've added, instead of 2 minutes, they've added what?
Safety.
7, 8 minutes. Because safety, the reason. We don't have safety, Akhwana. The sunset is already got safety into it. So we can't add safety to safety. Crisis aid? Okay, the crisis aid, there's actually they're collecting all of that zakat money and fidya money, but you have to make sure that you write that on an envelope to make them to differentiate between normal zakah and Zakat-ul-Fitr and fidya, because each one is different category. We cannot mix up the normal zakah with Zakat-ul-Fitr and also with the fidya. So the crisis aid, they collecting this. طيب. Coming back now to the question. What was the question?
The degrees and the
minutes.
The degrees. Safety minutes.
Right, the safety minutes. We say the safety minutes is not good. So if you are seeing the sun, you could just see the sun and the sunset, and you do it in front of your eyes. You don't look at the clock because the sun is in front of you. Clear. If you haven't got the sun, then you got the calendar, and it shows you which area you are in and which. Okay. But make sure that you are in a steady place. You're not going into a car. Because you're going to go into a car then, or you're going in a lift to a very high building. Because there might be the sunset at the bottom much earlier than the sunset which is on the top. Maybe a minute and a half or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, like Burj Al Arab, Burj Khalifa in Emirates. Between the first floor and the second floor. The last one, it's about 3 minutes. Because it goes really up. Okay? So make sure that you go by the calendar or the timing which is set in your area, sunset. But to do with the Fajr or the Isha, that's where the problem goes, with the Isha and the Fajr. Isha is not our concern regarding the fasting of Ramadan. It's the Fajr. The Fajr, I would say to you, you stick to your community. What are they doing? Okay. Unless you know your Fajr yourself, how to do it, to calculate it yourself. Okay, so you stick with your community. Or another option, which is that you look at the timetables of the communities. Okay? If they are reasonably close to each other, you go to the one which is earliest. Because you are going to the safety now, because you don't know. So you look at them, and some of them, they go to the furthest if they are, but sometimes some people, I've seen some of the masajid, they go even above that safety zone, which is really very scary. I have seen one masjid actually, in particular. But anyway, I used to say as well that if you have one more than timetable, go to the one that gives you more time for the sahur. I used to say that. But seeing that masjid made me to say, oh, hang on a second, some of the masajid, they don't fear Allah. They just put their times from their heads. Allah al-Musta'an. Third method, there is on Google, if you just say the nautical dawn in your area. So you say nautical dawn in Luton. That is very close to the Fajr, the real Fajr. Just put nautical, Nautical, nautical dawn, and you're going to end up with a website. It's called UK Weather, and that will give you the nautical dawn. It will give you the civil and the astronomical and the nautical. Nautical is the one